Oh boy. Look, the coolest part about doing these videos for our subscribers is that when you are ultimately ready to, make that move and they reach out and call us, to make that grand purchase, you're just the best people, just the best people. Transactions are always smooth and fun and easy to going. Somebody should get that. And no matter the budget. But today, and we get people from all kinds of different price points and different budgets. But today, we're going straight to the top. Today, we are talking about Ben's gated communities. Ben's high-end luxury gated communities. Truth be told, we do have one little problem. I don't actually live in any of these gated neighborhoods, so I'm not sure how we're gonna get in. Broken Top is actually our first gated private golf course community on the list. Now, Broken Top opened back in 1994, and as such, there are some homes that are 30 years old, as well as some homes that are actually brand spanking new, have been completely remodeled. Here in Broken Top, we have townhomes, we've got vacation rentals, and we have luxury estate properties right along the golf course. This is a very large neighborhood. In fact, there are actually neighborhoods within neighborhoods here in Broken Top. I mean, whole other chunks that you wouldn't even necessarily think are connected to this Broken Top club here, but they are. Now, we've talked about Broken Top before. In fact, you could probably check out that video right up there. But in either case, this is a luxury neighborhood, make no mistake about it. But it bears repeating, this neighborhood is luxury. The homes here are built by some of the very best custom home builders that Central Oregon has to offer. The amenities in this neighborhood are outstanding. Of course, there's the golf course, but also tennis, pickleball, there's a pool, and the accompany restaurant is just to die for. Now, North Rim is sweet. And now, this is a neighborhood where you BYOB, you bring your own builder. And actually, most of these high-end neighborhoods in this regard are like that. There's not a lot of spec homes in these neighborhoods. There are, just not as many. I guess my point is that there is a huge variety of fantastic custom homes in these neighborhoods, and especially here in North Rim. These are all super high-end, massive variety of architecture and stuff. It's just really awesome. North Rim is located on the backside of Aubrey Butte, facing north and west. You not only have amazing mountain views, but because the butte is falling away from you, you have virtually unobstructed vista views as well. And you're technically on the river just down the canyon below, so there are trails that will take you down to the Deschutes River Trail. So for walkers, runners, and hikers, it's pretty convenient. Oh, good. Whew. Wasn't sure that was gonna open, I'm glad it did. We're in, okay. Say hello to our second golf course community on this tour. This is Arbor Glen. Now, Arbor Glen is nestled actually down at the bottom of the butte. It's actually not very far away from our last one, North Rim, only now instead of being right on the side of it, we're now kind of in this little valley as it heads down into down to the river canyon. So that's what a glen is. It's sort of like a small valley. Arbor Glen is home to a fantastic 18-hole championship golf course, former championship golf course. They wanted me to make sure that I didn't say that it was still a championship golf course. I don't know what that means anyway. It also has a really great 5-hole par 3 course. And that's actually one of the coolest parts about, I think, this particular community is that it's a really, really awesome community. Because of the par 3 course, they're big into, getting kids into golfing and growing the game. It's just a pretty special little community here. Even if golf is not your thing, they have all sorts of other, like activity clubs where you can get together and you can all go out and go hiking or biking or, kayaking, whatever it is. All within this community. They've got their own community within. It's pretty special. Now, the neighborhood's been here since the 90s, so some of the homes in here are understandably dated and older, but I've actually been told that there's still construction ongoing here in this neighborhood. So lots that were purchased back in the 90s are just now being built on. So there's some new homes in here as well. It just kind of depends on, what homes you're looking at. Not only that, but there's a wide range of different home types and home styles in here. Anyway, as I said, Arbor Glen has got a really great community. You know what? Maybe I'm talking a little too much about this neighborhood because we're gonna have a whole video coming up on it here in a few weeks, I think. So keep on the lookout for that one. Now, before we get to the last two, I gotta ask you for a quick favor. Could you smash that like button for us. It just helps the channel. And to be honest, I know I don't really like and smash the like button on videos that often either. I can't remember the last time I did, but it's super helpful to the channel. So if you would, I would really appreciate it. Oh yeah, and you know, subscribe and hit the bell notification, all that jazz too. All right, back to the tour. Tethero. Now this is another neighborhood that we've already done a video on. One was on golf and one was on actual Tethero in general. We're going to talk about one of the largest and most unique neighborhoods in that bunch, Tethero. But again, like, it's important to note because this is one of the nicest neighborhoods in all of the city, all of Bend. I mean, that's why it's on this particular video. I mean, we're not going to not put it on just because we've already done a video about it. This is one of the best neighborhoods. So Tethero is a pretty well-known golf course here in the whole state. And on this golf course, we've got some pretty incredible homes. Now, Tethero is on the west side of Bend, as most of these, you know, high-end neighborhoods are. And it was actually built upon the same land as a huge wildfire that burned through the area back in 1990. So now, instead of most west sides being forested, this is actually kind of a rolling grasslands area, which is pretty unique. Now, the homes in here are all fairly modern for the most part. There's tons of different architectural styles, but I would say that predominantly they're more modern. In fact, they are also much newer because Tethero only opened in 2008. There are actually 4 different sub-neighborhoods that have larger lots with larger, more expensive homes on them, each with their own different flavors. There are also other sub-neighborhoods that are smaller and tighter in lot size that are closer to the clubhouse and are a little more affordable. Unlike other communities on this list, Tethero is a vacation resort. There's a boutique hotel on site, plenty of short-term vacation rentals, and then of course the clubhouse with the golf course and other amenities that draws in all kinds of visitors. Weddings, conferences, events. It can be busy. Oh, but don't worry, those areas in particular aren't necessarily gated. It's just these separate neighborhood areas themselves that are gated, so it's really nice and private over here. Again, if you're interested in Tethero, you should probably just check out the video that we already did on it. It's right up here. Now, last but not least, certainly not least, if anything, it's the opposite. It's like the most. We have the Highlands. Remember when I said that Broken Top actually had all these other neighborhoods associated with it? Yeah, this is actually one of the neighborhoods that's a part of Broken Top, but the Highlands is, I'm not lumping that in with Broken Top, no, because it is its own thing, and that just wouldn't do. I mean, the Highlands of Broken Top is like the top of Broken Top, not really, just metaphorically. So there's a privately gated loop, and unlike many of the other gated neighborhoods, you cannot just get in during normal day operation hours. So in this particular segment, we're going to be talking kind of from the car with some drone footage. The Highlands is home to, I think, 53 lots in here, I believe. Now these lots are larger, you know, roughly 3 to 10 acres in size. And this particular area sits up next to the Deschutes National Forest. Okay, I wasn't going to do this because, you know, I want to keep the videos evergreen and, you know, prices and things change, but I just had to know. And so it turns out that the last lot in here, now there aren't any homes for sale in here right now, which is another very good reason why we can't go in, but even the last lot that was sold in here, just chunks of dirt, sold for almost $2 million. So if that gives you any indication or idea of the quality and the massive value of the homes that are in here, that's kind of what we're looking at. All right, thank you for joining us today. Look, if you or someone you know is looking to buy or sell real estate in the area, my team and I would love to be your real estate resource of choice. Feel free to reach out to us. Our contact information is down below. We hope you had fun and we hope you learned something here about the neighborhoods, the awesome gated neighborhoods that we have here in Central Oregon. So if you have any other questions, give us a shout. We'll see you next week.